Alrighty, welcome back. We are on episode 121. We're looking at the achievements after the end of the game. So let's see. Memoirs of a Nibbler. So that was in the Trudograd docks in the brothel. If you got access to the Nibbler and listened to the haiku, I don't know. It seemed like there was like 20 of them, 20 different ones. So yeah, if you listen to them all, you got the achievement. Fight Club was at the Machine Factory. You had to beat, I don't know if I recall correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 or 5, maybe 6. Maybe 6. So you had to go there 6 nights and defeat 6 champions. I think it was 6. I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe 7. Anyway, 5 to 7 you had to beat, and you unlocked that. Shadow over Trudograd. Ancient Ritual. On one of the islands, I forgot what the name of the island was, but it was much like the ritual in Atom RPG, the first one. You ended up having to use a bone flute, and that's how that happens. The fish guys come out, and then you can talk to them and get their weapon, or you can just kill them and probably still get the weapon. I can't remember if you can or not, but anyway, the weapon wasn't that impressive, but it did give you +1 endurance. That if you had it equipped, you got 1 endurance, so that actually could be useful for some skill checks. The Great and Powerful, you met Positron in the flesh. Okay, yeah, well, that seems like, how could you not do that? But that was at the what was it? The asylum, sanatorium. Yeah, in the sanatorium. Let's see, Walking Fortress maxed out. Special armor, okay, yeah. Lot 49, in the Mysterious Chest, yeah, so this had to do with the Indulgent one, which happened to be the guy who was the founder of the barbecue shop in Atom 1, which actually was basically selling human meat, cannibals. Sex dungeons, torture, murder, that this guy used a potion to forget, a potion of oblivion to forget what he did, and yeah, that was that. Household, you'll build your own base. Okay, sure. Sixth Sense, exercise all the restless spirits that you met on your path. I think there were only 2, one by the horse in Gray Corner, and then another in Scrapyard. Freelance police. So yeah, I guess this is what happens when you go with the police path. Atomic soda. Adam, favorite drink? I'm not sure. I guess it's just using the coin on one of the machines. Get you that. Mysterious knife. Like at the very beginning of the game, in the outskirts, you can talk to a merchant and buy this knife and get that, or at least start it. Your car from the wastelands. Not sure how this isn't like 100% on everybody. I guess maybe in Atom 1 you never got the car, so you get this if you get the car and import. Maybe you only get it if you imported your game. I don't know. Fresh person. Trudograd city welcomes you. I guess that's just if you make it to Trudograd. I don't know. Viva la Revolution. So this one here, you had to go the revolutionary path. Since I went the police path, didn't pick it. Albino bloodsucker. You tracked and killed the albino bloodsucker. I think this has to do with being on the revolutionary path as well. So those are, you can't get that on the police playthrough. Human antidote. I think this has to do with the quest where the guy gives you the candy, and if you eat the candy, you end up dying. However, I think if your endurance is high enough and you eat the candy, you will survive the poisoning, and that's how you get that. You won 10 games of Bombgun. Yeah, okay. That game had potential to be decent, but it was a terrible game and not really worth fun. So yeah. I don't care to play that game ever again. Death of an author. If an author is writing about you, then who's writing about the author? Hmm. I really don't know what this is. Let's see if I can find this. Okay. So this is, you have to talk to Slumkov the Philanthropist. In Kolatushkin Street. And there's a way to do that when you're on the mannequin quest, where he's trying to drive the family crazy by the mannequins. Anyway, there's something there, some path forward that gets you to that achievement. So if you're looking for that, that's how you get that. KGB bunker. I think this has to do with, there's a guy in Gray Corner that if you buy microchips from, there's a certain number of microchips that you have to buy from the guy. I think the number's around 10. And then if you run around, some kind of random encounter or some kind of radio communication will pop up and you'll end up getting this. Baby Eater. Early on in the game, in the outskirts, you meet a woman that is complaining that her husband has kicked her out and won't support her baby. The baby actually turns out to be, I forgot what it was, a turnip, a potato. I don't know what it was, but there's some kind of way that you can get the Baby Eater achievement from that quest. Goodbye, Adam. After completing your mission, you left the Adam organization. This is only available if you go the conglomerate path. You have to be good with them, and I'm not really sure how you go about doing that in the game. Like, I didn't do that. I have no idea how you get on their good side to do this. Admiral has to do with, there's a machine, an arcade machine in the tavern. Not the first tavern, the other one, Mikhailovich's tavern. And if you sink all the battleships there, I think without missing, you get this achievement. Second thought. You completed the cow mission, but then decided to bring her back. I have no idea what this is. This is only available through the revolutionary route. Okay, so yeah, whatever that is. Can't do it on the police route. Holy Mountain. In the, let's see, in the docks, the Trudograd docks. This is the guy that makes you go around doing all kinds of little itty bitty quests, like pick up the bricks, pick up the fire, pick up the cigarettes and stuff like that. That guy. There's a certain way in that dialogue, certain way you have to answer that dialogue in order to get this achievement. So it's associated with him. And what was his name? His name was Kung Lan. So he was in the brothel, and that's how you get that. Hour of simplicity. You had faith in your luck and stood by your words. Well, I'm not sure what that is about. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Okay, this has to do with Valerian. So there's the encounter where the Northmen, I don't know if they actually were Northmen, maybe they were, they're talking to Valerian and his buddy about him massacring an entire town. There's a conversation option that pops up. A certain way you have to do that conversation to get the power of simplicity. I think you just have to bribe the guys to go away. Do sacrifice. You successfully use your luck. The goose death wasn't in vain. I have no idea. Let's see. This has to do with something in the Trudograd outskirts. to the man. It's a man named Baldan, Baldan, kneeling by the car, or kneeling by his car. Yeah. Don't know exactly what that's about. Anyway, terrorist. I think you have to side with the the Northerners. So when you're at the cave, you get the chance to either let the Northerners go without in peace, like I did in my playthrough. You can kill them, or you can actually turn code and side with them. And if you do that, you can go the terrorist route. Sick freak. Let's see. That has to do with in the scrap yard. There is the kid and the mother, where I convinced the kid to go ahead and get the job to drive a truck, and he ends up getting killed. So the sick freak, there's several things you have to do in order to get this achievement, but it deals with that guy in that quest. Bronzovka, you have to talk to 6 different people, and I thought I did this, but I was doing that in the last episodes. I was trying to find these people and find them and talk to them about the village of Bronzkova. The very first guy you run into, well, not the first guy you run into, but when you first enter the game in the Trudograd outskirts, there's a stalker there at the market, and he tells you about Bronzkova, and yeah, there are another 5 other people that you need to talk to, and some of them are locked behind stats, like you have to have X amount of luck to get to it. But Misha, the tank guy, was the last one I needed to talk to, and he would not talk to me about it. So I don't know if it's bugged or if I progressed some quests ahead of time that I needed to not do that on. I don't know what happened, but I didn't get it. Incompetence. This has to do with Ruslan. He's the guy, the card shark, that needed the mother's heart for payment. Anyway, there's a guy that is threatening him, and you can pick to go and deal with that guy in the brothel. However, if you go to the guy and you tell him, hey, I'll take out Ruslan instead, but you don't do it, and you go back again and you ask him about it, he'll come up with another response, and you tell him, oh, okay, sorry, I'll go ahead and kill him again, and then you don't do it, you end up getting the incompetence. Escalation of conflict. This is on the police route, so I could have gotten this, but it had something to do with the bunker. Once you were tracking down the terrorist, there's a way of doing the bunker to get to this point, and I didn't do it that way. I didn't know about it, but I didn't do it that way. So if you're looking at it, it's several different weird things you have to do to get this achievement. It's not really intuitive, and most people won't think to do it this way. So if you really want to get that achievement, make sure you stop before you go into that bunker and read up on how to get this achievement. Commando is also one of those really funky achievements. It has to do with your headquarters. When you first go there, you have to clear out some bandits. Well, this guy's sleeping in the bed. If you're able to get to him without aggroing the other guys, you'll get the achievement for that. So yeah, lots of achievements that I didn't get, and several of them are locked behind multiple playthroughs. So yeah, that's that. Alright, later guys.